if I could just throw an opening question to maybe to Fernando and Peter. The LFF is a very international festival. It aims to present the best and the most significant films from around the world from the last 12 months. And this is a very international film with a very international cast. We hear a lot of languages. There are locations in different countries. Peter, first of all, was it your aim to write a script that was very global in nature? And Fernando, maybe you could just address yourself to the question of casting. We've got actors in this film from, I think, probably 14 nationalities, including Wales, if you count Mr. Hopkins. And could you gentlemen both address yourself to that?
Sure. I think at the time I started writing this, I was simultaneously engaged in the Bond film, and I felt we should appropriate a similar amount of air miles in this story. And there was a talk of lots of international locations. And when Schnitzler wrote La Ronde, it was, a way of anatomizing a city, and it felt, post-syphilis. And I first looked at this as an idea when swine flu and banking contagion was a backdrop, and I thought the idea of international interconnectivity and the dependence between cultures, and the fact that Obama is now in the White House concerned about the fact that there's been financial unmanageability in Greece, it felt like we had entered the domino effect of credit crisis and banking insolvencies, and the European zone, and the way in which we're all entirely interconnected now, and that the irresponsible actions of one country have a direct domino effect on the stability of other countries that had previously not been related at all. I mean, the financial crisis that started in Iceland. That made me think about our interconnectivity internationally. And I wanted to set that up in a story of personal responsibility. Obviously, I didn't want to write a film about financial contagion. But I noticed that this year, the idea of contagion and the way in which we are all interconnected is a theme running between a number of films. Soderbergh's film deals with it in bacterial terms. And I think of this film as a virus. I think of this film as viral romantic connections, and the way in which the fact that we are in different countries and different cultures becomes completely irrelevant, and the fact that it is one community, not just the internet that has flattened the world, but that saying that the world is flat has become such a commonplace now, and we are all feeling that more than ever. That was why I wanted to write it. But of course I wanted to write that romantically rather than politically.
Fernando?
And regarding the cast, of course when I first read the script I was invited to direct the film, and after reading the first time, the only actor that came up, I mean of course hundreds of actors, but there was one that I said, this guy will be in the film. He was Jamel Debbouze, a French guy. I mean, I had met him before, and I'm a big fan, and was a character that's very different from everything that he plays. So, but besides Jamel, after reading it, I mean, I didn't know where to go. So it was a long process. I mean, I didn't know much Russian actors, and didn't know Slovakian actresses, and I think that was the beauty of the project for me, and the challenge of finding people and going to different places and watching a lot of Slovakian films or Russian films or German films, and then to find the face of each character, and this process I think was really fascinating for me. And I think I'm really, really proud of the cast of the film. I mean, I think there's not a single line that isn't well delivered, and I think we had really, really a fantastic acting in the film. Some of the names you're really big in their countries, like Vladimir, superstar in Russia, and so I'm also very proud to, or of course Moritz, which is more known internationally. So I'm very proud as well to present such a talented people to international audience.
Thank you.